week on Impact, the incredible high-risk X Division returns to the spotlight as the phenomenal AJ Styles competes in our three-way main event, plus the debut of our new lead analyst, Jeff Hammond of NASCAR on Fox Sports Net. From ringside, Mike TNA, joined by Don West, and in the 2+ years of TNA, Don, we've witnessed some memorable upsets. But it was this past Wednesday on pay-per-view when Chase Stevens and Andy Douglas, the Naturals, they accomplished the unthinkable. They not only defeated the hands-down best tag team of the TNA era, and I'm talking about America's Most Wanted, but in the process, as you see, they captured the NWA World Tag Team titles. And the Naturals, they weren't the only team making an impact this past Wednesday. Not only did we witness the reunion of Triple X, the former NWA Tag Champ, Primetime, and the Fallen Angel Christopher Daniels, we saw them win a thrilling three-way X Division Tornado Tag match that just illustrates how deep and how competitive the tag team division really is in TNA today.
I'll tell you what, Mike, you just hit the nail on the head, but I still got to ask you, what happened last Wednesday night? How did the Nationals steal that from America's Most Wanted? I've asked everybody. Nobody can actually tell me. All of a sudden, you looked up, and the pin was happening, and they now wear the belts.
It really is almost the story of the Naturals, Don. This amazing overnight success story. The way that they've been able to create a situation and take advantage of every opening. They did it again this past Wednesday when they defeated the four-time NWA World Tag Team Champions, AMW.
Well, I'll tell you what, this coming up Wednesday night, they're going to have to face them again because there's so much at stake. It's going to be a double ladder match as America's Most Wanted has issued the challenge, and here it is. If America's Most Wanted gets the win in the double ladder match, the following week they get a shot at retaining their belts back. I mean, getting their belts back against the Naturals, but if they lose, the Naturals don't have to give them a title shot for over 30 days.
And the other key is if AMW wins that double ladder match Wednesday night, that rematch the following week will be their choice of their dream match, whatever stipulation they want.
I'll tell you what, the Naturals, though, are facing one of the greatest tag teams in the history of NWA TNA. Think about this. Triple X actually beat America's Most Wanted 4 times in their career. No other tag team in the world can say that.
As we see Primetime go for the cover, only able to get a 2 count. Thinking back to Triple X and think of the great series of matches they had with AMW, Don, including that incredible first ever TNA Steel Cage match. And by the way, that is available on the DVD that's available right now at TNAWrestling.com. That's the best of the NWA World's title matchups.
I'll tell you, a lot of people call that maybe the greatest match in TNA history, and as it's so great to see Triple X back together, as you see the Fallen Angel, Christopher Daniels in Primetime, known for their quick tags, Mike, as they show us right here.
Top of the screen, you'll notice the Fox box graphic. Time remaining in the match. Non-title bouts like this one have a 10-minute time limit. And remember, in the event of a time limit draw, we will have a judge render a decision. Primetime just turned his back on Chase Stevens, and boy, did he pay with a clothesline.
You better believe it. Chase Stevens caught him clean, and I'm going to tell you something. He's going for a quick pin right here. Primetime just gets out of it. Man, did Chase Stevens give him a clothesline.
You can almost sense the Naturals winning the tag team title belts and the growing confidence that goes along with that.
I mean, think about it. As you see another pin attempt there by Chase Stevens, and there is the judge for tonight, the living legend, Larry Zbyszko.
Living legend Larry Zbyszko looks on from the back. You can see watching very intently this tag team matchup with the Naturals and Triple X. I'm getting word that we need to take a commercial break. Tape machines are rolling. When we return, more of Triple X and the Naturals. We're back on Impact, and the opening tag team matchup with the Naturals, the new NWA World Tag Team Champions, in a non-title bout against Triple X. And Don, during the break, it's been more of the same for the Naturals as they've just neutralized Primetime and kept control of this tag team bout.
Oh, Primetime has not been able to make a tag whatsoever. He was definitely manhandled by Andy Douglas and Chase Stevens during that break, and he's got to get a tag. He is worn out, but keep in mind, Christopher Daniels, the Fallen Angel, is just coming off of a bad shoulder that kept him out of action for months. We saw him Wednesday night. I talked to him afterwards. He said there was a lot of pain afterwards, so he's fighting through it, but he's got to get in there to help out Primetime.
Chase Stevens, a legal man, at the same time, Primetime tags in the Fallen Angel, and Daniels explodes. Clothesline, back elbow.
Wow, is he showing fire? Look at this, Mike.
Oh, went for the kick, turned around by Chase Stevens, but then he's just overpowered by the Fallen Angel, Christopher Daniels.
He's feeling pain from that shoulder. He's not showing it. Look at the best moonsault ever.
Double
the
spring,
BME.
the BME, and he hit it perfectly, but oh, there you see the save made by Andy Douglas.
Man, was that a thing of beauty. You know what? You see people do moonsaults, and then you see Christopher Daniels do a moonsault, and there's always a difference.
Primetime just flings Andy Douglas to the arena floor. Check the action in the ring. Double underhook, gonna try and butterfly him over. Oh, instead drives him face first to the mat.
Here he goes, 1, 2. Oh, Andy Douglas just in time to pull Triple X member Christopher Daniels off.
Angel's Wings moves by the Fallen Angel, Christopher Daniels, but not able to put away one half of the Naturals, Chase Stevens.
The former tag champs, Triple X, you know they want to prove a point here to the Naturals to let them know that they may be the tag champs right now, but they are lurking in the wings, and they want those titles back.
Daniels shot off into the ropes, stuck to the clothesline. Tag was made just prior to him being sent into the ropes. Primetime is the legal man, and he exploded that time as he came into the ring.
This guy's so athletic, Mike, today. I mean, look at him. I mean, you can see that he takes care of himself, works out, is in the best condition. He's going for the pin. Chase Stevens cuts it off.
Great strength by Primetime. That one-handed slam into the pin attempt. But you're right, the Naturals are there to watch each other's backs.
Well, that's one thing they do well. I mean, a lot of people question their methods, but they know where each other is at all times. But oh, you see it right here. Oh, Chase Stevens, great move to catch Primetime, because when Triple X connects with that, it's generally all over.
They were going to go for the powerplex, that powerbomb suplex combination. Natural disaster attempt here by the Naturals, broken up by Primetime just in the nick of time.
Oh, wait a minute. You see Andy Douglas sends Primetime out of the ring, and now, wait a minute, Christopher Daniels, has he got him? No.
Quick roll-up attempt by Daniels. Trying to get Triple X the win, but the Naturals are there to break it up, and they just hit the flapjack on Daniels. Pin in the ring. Here's 2. No,
look at the
2.
dedication of Christopher Daniels as he fights through it and gets out of there.
Clock winding down, Don. Near a minute and a half left in this opening tag team matchup, non-title bout, the NWA Tag Champs, the Naturals, and Triple X.
Of course, Larry Zbyszko, the living legend, looking on. If for any reason that the time limit does run out, he'll have to render a decision. As you see Christopher Daniels finding out, so it's very important right now to be on the offensive, because the last thing you want the judge to see is that you are in control of this match.
It's something we've seen for years in boxing, and now it translates to wrestling with TNA. You're right, with the judge involved. A good showing, especially in the final minute of the match, could really help you. Let's see what happens.
Oh, look at this
Let's
right
see
here.
it. Triple X can put him away before the time limit. Suplex attempt. Look at Primetime walk the rope.
He can't
the
do it right here.
Here's the cover.
Can they get
Here's
the pin?
Here's 2.
Oh, wait a minute. You see Andy Douglas pulls referee Rudy Charles out just in time as Triple X had it won.
Triple X on the verge of victory. Appeared that Primetime was going to make the pin and get the win on Chase Stevens, but you saw that Andy Douglas pulled the referee out of the ring, unable to make the 3 count.
Less than 30 seconds to go here as Christopher Daniels and Primetime are definitely on the offensive, but Andy Douglas there has caught Christopher Daniels. It looks like he's mounting an attack, going to try to get him right here. As you see Primetime with Chase Stevens in the middle of the ring.
Daniels fighting off Douglas with the headbutt. Clock winding down. Near 5 seconds now, under 5. Anybody going to get a pin? Anybody going to get the win? Time limit expires.
As the time limit has just come up, we're going to have a decision.
We're going to have to go to the living legend, our judge, Larry Zbyszko. What's it going to be, Larry? Who's going to get the win here in this tag match?
The very first time this has ever happened here on Impact, where Judge Larry Zbyszko, the living legend, has to render a decision. It is his decision.
Let's hear what JB has to say.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. Judge Larry Zbyszko has rendered a decision. The winners of the match, the team of Primetime and the Fallen Angel Christopher Daniels, Triple X.
Triple X did it. They win the non-title opening tag match, and they beat the NWA Tag Champs. But look at the Naturals attack.
I'll tell you what, it had to be a tough decision for Larry Zbyszko, but the Naturals don't like the decision. So they would say, but wait a minute, it's America's Most Wanted, and you know they want revenge on the Naturals.
Here comes AMW. They don't have to wait till next Wednesday, that double ladder match, gunning for revenge against the Naturals. And right here to the broadcast position, Chase Stevens and Andy Douglas, they picked up the tag team gold. Triple X victory certainly adds yet another team to an already very competitive, very deep tag team division in TNA. Look at the showdown.